Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Broken Berean, and I'm going to be talking about Inside Out 2 today. And I wasn't planning to. I was kind of done with Pixar for a while now. They put a lot of messaging, but mostly their movies are bad. The last several have been bad. I mean, Seeing Red was okay. It just wasn't good. Um, my dislikes of it were not what some of my friends were pointing out, like, oh, it's teaching them to rebel against their mom and their parental figures. I was like, well, her mom was absolutely controlling in absolutely every aspect of her life. If you're that controlling, expect rebellion. That's just going to happen. So I didn't see that. I was like, no, this is what's going to happen if you can try to control a child's every waking moment. And so it was an interesting little story, but I was that's probably the last one I really sat down and watched the entire thing through. So when Inside Out 2 was announced, I was like, I really did like the first one. I thought it was cute. I thought it was sweet. I thought it was very touching. And I was like, okay, let's see what people say. So I didn't go opening weekend, and everyone seemed to like it. A lot of people that I thought would be like, oh yeah, it's completely woke, it's terrible, it's just all this, pushing all this agenda. I didn't hear any of that. Except for some really crazy freaks on Twitter who are shipping Riley and Val hard. Like, extreme, like, it's disturbing. Their comments were absolutely disturbing. And if you're on Twitter and you've seen these pop up, you know what I'm talking about. I am absolutely not going to show them to you because I don't want that image in your mind. So I really wasn't planning on going to see it, but some friends of my kids were like, "Hey, we're all going to go see it," and they're like, "Can we go?" I was like, "Okay, we can go." I was like, "Y'all can go, but I'm coming with you." And I'll be honest, I was exhausted when I went, and when you get in those luxury recliners and that seat warmer, my eyes closed a few times. I probably missed a little bit here and there, but not a lot. But I found the movie really good. I thought it was really entertaining. I thought it was cute the way they handled some of these new emotions. I thought ennui and embarrassment were hilarious, and anxiety. I was like, yeah, I see that's what anxiety actually absolutely looks like. And I thought it was very enjoyable, showing how when anxiety is in control, even though you think things are going right, without tempering anxiety with all your other emotions, things get out of control and can be bad. I mean, it really is a nice, positive breakdown on a child level of what emotions are like. And I talked to my daughter afterwards, who is much older than I see her as, but a teenager, and I was like, "Hey, is this what this was kind of like for you?" And she was like, "Not really. Few days maybe were like this, but yeah, I get it." And she was like, "Yeah, I see that." And I was like, "It's been so long for me since I was a teenager and hit puberty, I can't remember." And she was like, "Yeah, it was kind of like that a little bit. And my son's about to go through all this, and that's going to be fun too." And we had a good time. And I didn't see anything that was like, oh, they're pushing some sort of political message or ideology message. This is strictly back to Pixar telling a story to tell a story. Now, Pixar, you're not going to see this video ever. But let me tell you, as a father, this is what brought me to your movies. I was seeing Pixar way before I had kids, way before kids were even a thought in my head. I was watching. I mean, I saw Toy Story. I've seen almost every Pixar movie up until the last few years multiple times. Yeah, a little. I think you kind of lost your way with Good Dinosaur. I think that was kind of the point in my mind where I'm like, okay, they're getting a little weird. things are going to go a little darker. I can feel it. But that's kind of where I draw the line of where I think they started changing things up a little too much of their formula. And now it looks like Inside Out 2 has gone back to what they do best, telling a good story for the sake of telling a good story. Brilliant. Amazing. Look at these scores. 91% critic rate, critic reviews, but let's be honest, I don't pay attention to critic reviews ever. Ever. Because they align with what I see about 15 to 20% of the time. Because a lot of them aren't the classical critics like they used to be. They're, oh, just people that have the title. And that makes me a critic. I can give myself that title and become a critic. I mean, there's just no shown work. I won't get into it. But the audience score is 96%. And why is it 96%? Because I was okay with my teenage kids watching this movie. I wasn't offended by anything that they put out there. It was a good story of a young teenager going from middle school to high school and dealing with puberty and all the emotions and all the friendships and navigating the social structure between middle school and high school. And it was very well done. I liked it. Now, I may have closed my eyes a few times and missed a few things, and maybe I missed some messaging or some wokeness, but if it was very brief, and I did not catch it. And my son, who's really adept at pointing that out to me, didn't say anything. He's like, I asked, did you see anything like that? He's like, no. So okay, just make sure I didn't miss anything. He's pretty spot on when he's like, Dad, why are they saying that? And so I actually really enjoyed it, and they are doing great this weekend. Second major draw in on the second weekend. It has now made the most money, making the number one movie of 2024, beating out Dune Part 2, which is incredible because Dune Part 2 did amazingly well. And for Pixar to do that, let's just hope this sends a signal that this is what we want in our movies. We want good stories. We don't want to be talked to. We don't want to be preached to. You tell a story, and we'll come watch it. Now, does this give me hope for any other Pixar projects in the future? Maybe. I might actually go see a few in the theaters. But I'm going to be real attentive to what people are saying about it. I'm probably never going to see a Pixar movie opening weekend again. So if that's the draw, then they better put a good track record back like they had in the past. We're here to tell stories and stories alone. And we'll be there. 100%. I'll be there with my kids. You got our ticket sales. But you're going to see a lot of people that are like that. Okay, we're going along, but no. We're going to put this little message, this little ideology thing, this political thought. No. Don't do it anymore. You tried. How'd that Lightyear movie do? Yeah. Yeah, it didn't do so well. There's a lot of reasons that movie was bad. First is not having Tim Allen voice Buzz Lightyear. That was the worst mistake they ever made. I'm serious. Why would you do that? Oh, it's a younger. So? We want to hear the voice and think, yeah, that's Buzz Lightyear. Doesn't matter the age. Doesn't matter if he's 80. But he still sounds like Tim Allen and still sounds like Buzz Lightyear. You should have used him. But anyway, I digress. This was a good movie. I found it very sweet, very entertaining. The end little cutscene was end credit scene was a little funny. I mean, honestly, it wasn't worth sitting through the credits for, but it was cute. And I do like that this was just a good, fun movie. And I do think that if my kid said, hey, can we go see it again? Sure, no problem. We'll go see it. So, Pixar, Disney, I want the sales of the money you're making off this movie to tell you something. This is what people want. They don't want to be preached to. They want a good story. So get back on it. Tell us a good story. Don't preach to us. Don't try to change our minds on anything. Tell us a story. We spend our hard earned money to sit in a theater to escape and to have a brief respite from reality. And if you push reality back into us, we're leaving the theaters. It's just how it's going to be. So until next time, my friends, as always, I love you all, and there's nothing you can do about it.